Hey cleaners, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. So you've seen my Deadeye Sniper recently in Back for Blood, but if you're looking for something a little more mobile, let me introduce to you my Agile Sniper build. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this helpful. Thanks. Unlike my Deadeye Sniper build that makes you essentially an immobile turret when you're aiming down the sights, I found that I enjoy a more mobile approach because it'll allow you to catch up to your friends while still dishing out a ton of damage. While we all want to be a deadly sniper, remember that you'll need a half-decent party that can thin the ranks of the ridden. Otherwise, you'll be spending your time using your secondary weapon rather than concentrating on mutations. The best character for this build is actually Evangelo for his added team movement speed buff and for the ability to break out of grabs. If one of your teammates already picks him, that's still okay, and I personally recommend using Carly for her ability to sense mutations. The sooner you can detect them, the sooner you can call them out, ping them, and be prepared for them. Back for Blood uses a deck building system to make a build. For those unaware, every build is made up of 15 cards, which you'll unlock through playing the game, completing missions, and spending supply points in supply lines. The very first card of this build is Marathon Runner. Remember that the very first card that you select in your actual deck, that's always going to be your starter card that you start off with. So make sure that the most important card that makes your build work is in the number 1 slot, which I have, Marathon Runner. There's no movement penalty for strafing and backpedaling, and it disables sprint. Now, sprinting is very important because it allows you to create space between you and ridden that are chasing you. So not having sprint is really big. And the reason why we have that is because we're going to have a lot of cards that allows us to move faster. And by doing so, we'll be able to backpedal and strafe very quickly as well. So we have cards like Run Like Hell, which increases our movement speed by 15%. And when we take damage, our accuracy, which should typically affect hipfire, I don't really notice it in actual aim down sights, for it to be reduced by 20%. We then have Fleet of Foot, which is plus 10% move speed, and it decreases your damage resistance by 5%. Then you have Controlled Movement, where when you're aiming down the sights with a sniper rifle, it increases your move speed by 40%. So if you're using Evangelo, you're going to have the natural 5%, so plus with this card 20%, 30%. I'm not too sure whether this is additive or multiplicative, but this just ensures that when you're aiming down the sight, you're going to be moving very quickly with a sniper rifle. Now, using a sniper rifle, we're going to need to have silver bullets so that we do more bullet damage and that we have bullet penetration. So we have the silver bullets card. But as you can see, when you kill a mutation, you lose 5 copper. And even in recruit games, you're going to come across easily 20 to 30 mutations, and on higher difficulties even more. So we actually have Bounty Hunter. When you kill a mutation, you gain 10 copper, up to 300 per level. So with these two active at the same time, if you kill a mutation, you're going to get 5 copper net. So if you do not get the actual kill, the last bullet kill, then this Bounty Hunter card will not trigger. If you get a lot of sniper kills, you'll eventually unlock this card, Stock Pouch, increases your sniper ammo capacity and increases your damage with sniper rifles. We have Reckless Strategy, which increases our weak spot damage by 30% and decreases our damage resistance by 5. Now, you remember in the Deadeye Sniper build, we would typically use Hyper Focus, which has a better weak spot damage bonus, but then your aim down sight speed is dramatically decreased at 75%. So we'll take a little bit more damage, but we're going to be more agile while aiming down the sights, which is what we're aiming for in this type of build. We then have Combat Knife because in this type of build, we're primarily going to be using our sniper rifle. We won't really be aiming to switch weapons too often. And in that case, we're going to have Combat Knife to kill Zeds. And we're going to combine that with Mean Drunk, where when we use that Combat Knife, we're going to do even more damage. And as you can see, it disables sprint. So this one Mean Drunk combined with Marathon Runner means that there's synergy in that you're making use of powerful cards that disables the same thing. So disabling Sprint. So we're going to be able to move really quickly, not only forward, but backpedaling and strafing. Pay attention next time you play. Notice how much slower you go back. This is great when you're facing off against tall boys. You know how they have their big arms, and when they get into a certain range, they'll kind of sprint towards you. With Marathon Runner and the speed buffs, you're going to be able to easily backpedal, still shoot the tall boy, and he won't be able to hit you with his arm. So we have, once again, the combat knife. We're going to be doing more damage, and now we're going to have face your fears. So as a agile sniper, you're hopefully not going to be killing Zeds too close to you, but when they do, that's what the combat knife is for. And then when you kill them, you're getting 3 temporary health. Coupled with Battle Lust, you'll get 2 health as well. 2 normal health and 3 temporary health. And then we have Wide Mouth Magwell, which increases our reload speed by 30% and will once again take a little bit more damage. Now there is the option over here, a Mag Coupler, a much stronger card, 50% reload speed, but that will disable aim down sights, and as a sniper obviously we don't want to disable that. And to counter the 3 cards that have us taking damage, Fleet of Foot, Reckless Strategy, and Wide Mouth Magwell, we have the Padded Suit. It's not 15%, but it's 10. So if you have all these cards unlocked, then you'll be getting just a minus 5% net damage resistance, which is not bad. And I have this card down in front for all of my builds these days because I've been doing a little bit more veteran matches, but not too many. So when there's a veteran match, I'll move down in front, usually all the way to the top, because that is a very important card. So while crouching, you neither take nor deal friendly fire damage, and you get plus 10 health. So very important for any veteran match. When it comes to guns, it'll totally be up to you and which sniper rifle you like, but after trying them all out, I personally like the M1A. It deals a high amount of damage and has a better rate of fire than the Phoenix and the Barrett to rapidly take out distant, normal ridden. I tend to prioritize sights and stocks over magazines and muscles because the sights will allow you to aim better and stocks will typically allow you to move quicker. While I like the added damage to weak spots of the ACOG sight, the zoom is a little bit too much for my taste, so I recommend either the reflex or the hollow sight because it'll allow you to move faster while aiming. So that is my agile sniper build. Let me know in the comments below what you think about being agile in Back 4 Blood. I personally love moving almost as quick as a normal person sprinting, but never using up any stamina at the same time. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Back 4 Blood, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of